Hello, everybody. What's going down? Today is Monday. It's May 27, 2024. Happy Memorial Day to all of you beautiful people out there. And thank you for your service, for those who have served. And for those on the other side, we send these prayers up for you as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, let me jump on into this thing. I don't know how long it's going to be because there's a barbecue somewhere waiting for me. Maybe in my head. I don't know. But the bottom line is we got to get off of this thing so I can appreciate the beautiful weather that Los Angeles, California is giving us today. So let's get started. Oh, before we really get started, let me remind y'all of the two things that I've been reminding you for the past couple of weeks. Your girl is putting up a show, a one-woman show. They call them solo shows nowadays. It's called Free Bricks. It's a tale about a young Black woman who is being ushered to the other side by her grandmother. And surprisingly and simultaneously, a lot of Black women are leaving the planet. What would happen if that would happen? That's the real question. As this show grows and grows, we'll be able to answer those questions more and more. So please come to the first incarnation, if not the second one, but the tickets are available in the link below. Also, if you want to learn the very basics of Western astrology, hook up with your girl in June, every Tuesday in June, that is on a Zoom session. I'm doing a crash course. It's going to be fast and hard and heavy, y'all. So get ready with your notebooks and your pens and your open mind and heart. Please join us because space is very limited. I love teaching, by the way. However, I do love teaching in a very particular way. Too many people is just too many people. I want to be able to give individualized attention. So sign up as soon as you can, okay? I'd appreciate that thing there. The link is in the bio as well. We're learning how to read natal charts. We're learning about the planets, about the nodes, about asteroids, and all things, okay? So I can't wait to assist you in that. Let's talk about this week. It's not too many transformational things going down, like big aspects that are changing, but I want to highlight a few things that's going down, okay? Number one, today on Monday, ooh, I love this. The moon being in Aquarius is absolutely trining Jupiter in Gemini. First of all, did y'all know that Jupiter is in Gemini? It's a crazy switch up that just happened. I don't know if I explained this last week, but I'm going to give you a little bit that's on my brain right now. Jupiter in Taurus, the previous sign, was allowing us to be opened up to opportunities and optimism when it comes to money, when it comes to doing things pragmatically, when it comes to literally chipping away at the things that we really want to do, the things that are part of our hearts, and allowing the abundance and the prosperity to come to us. Now, with the vibration of Jupiter switching into Gemini, it says no more taking our time getting things done now and taking our time looking for the awards and the rewards and accepting them, right? In Taurus, that is. Now that it's in Gemini, we're putting our kind of bait out to several different projects. We're having conversations with people. We are sparking the opportunities to come to us and the optimism around it from several different areas. It's like, I think I did explain this because I remember the analogy of the tabs being up on your computer and looking at it all going, oh my gosh, it's so much wealth. It's so much opportunity. It's so much love. It's so much spirituality. It's so much evolution and evolving of your mind and learning things through courses, through workshops, and all kinds of things in Gemini style, like all over the place. Now, some people rock like that. Some people are able to effectively handle and juggle several things going on in their lives. It's that mastermind kind of energy. However, some people get a little harried around this type of energy. So whoever you are, just pace yourself in the pace in which you can succeed, because when Jupiter does things in a big way. It comes like a huge tidal wave. So you have to be able to put up and discern these boundaries and or the projects that are coming your way. If you can only handle 3, you can only handle 3. If you can handle 7 effectively and delegate to some people how to do certain other things for you as well simultaneously, then rock with it, boo-boo. The bottom line is it's all coming for us. With Jupiter and Gemini, it's about information. It's about talking. It's about planning. It's about high social levels. So with the moon trining this Jupiter feeling, we're feeling good about that. We're getting curious about that. That moon in Aquarius says, I know a thing. I got some information about a thing. I know a man that knows a man that knows a chick that knows a horse that knows a rabbit that knows an eel that can get me what I want. Jupiter style. Big like with Skittles and opportunities to boot. Yo. I know I said those words a few times, but it is really, really on and popping, especially if you're an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Like, take it all on and do your best to express yourself to people that can assist you, that could be a resource for you, or you can be a resource for them, okay? It's a good time. Let's go. Also today, with that moon being in Aquarius, is going to conjunct Pluto in Aquarius as it goes retrograde. This is a beautiful thing because as I set you up just now, telling you about the blessings from Jupiter connecting with that moon in Aquarius, now here's Pluto. Pluto is being thrown in the mix, says, yes, talk about the blessings. Talk about and lean into the opportunities with planning and getting other people involved and checking out your resources and knowing what you know in order to make a thing happen, right? Because Pluto says if you do that, even though I'm going retro, I can help to transform your life. I can help bring to light the beautiful things that you need, but we must uncover them in the darkness. Let me explain that. Pluto deals with darkness. And Pluto says, as I go retrograde, and you notice, imagine this in your mind, y'all. As I go retrograde, and you notice a little diamond in the mud. You notice the opportunities that Jupiter wants to bring. Pluto says, yes, see the sparkle, see the diamond, see the opportunities, but we must go a little bit deep. We must kill off some things in our personality. We must dead some things. We must end some things. We must transform some things in order to bring some new life to these new opportunities that want to come for you. Yo, bottom line, the only way new things can survive in your life is if you become new. So transform yourself and get it on ya. That goodness that is. Also today on Monday, Mercury in Taurus is sextiling Saturn in Pisces. I like this. Why? Because Mercury deals with communication, right? Mercury deals with thinking. So we are all, generally speaking, thinking in a Taurian kind of way. Very calm, methodical, trying to put the pieces together so they work properly for us. Not thinking too quickly, but thinking in a way in which we can produce some things and in a careful way so we don't have to go over our mistakes later on. You dig? If we are to think like that, pragmatically, methodically, easily, calmly, with compassion, and with the thought of making some money, because Taurus Mercury thinks like, if I do this thing, how many coins can I make from it? It's hooking up with Saturn. Saturn says, yes, think about these things that I just listed. And in regards to that, how much work you gonna put into it? How much discipline you gonna add to that? How much can you move further? I want to give y'all a perfect example. It was very, very difficult for me to get on this thing today again, because it's a beautiful day in Los Angeles. It's somewhat of a holiday. I said, people not gonna miss me if I don't come on here today. Will they? But the mind, Mercury says, let's stop. Let's think calmly. Just using myself for an example real quick. Hopefully you can see yourself in this example. The mind, Mercury says, think calmly. What should we do? Saturn says, I know what we need to do. You need to get to work, girl. I know what we need to do. You need to put some whoosh, whoosh on that, some discipline. You need to give space, boundaries, restrictions, limitations. Say, let me get this work done, and then I go out and play. Let me do what I need to do in a calm and a trepidatious manner, and then go out and receive the rewards and the fun time and that Gemini energy that wants to get up on me and be real social like, you dig? So utilize that energy to help you to get through some tough spaces, meaning use your mind to adapt to the work, to the lessons that you have to learn, to the fears that want to come up, and the mind goes, don't pay attention to those fears. Don't sit down and be distracted. Push through it because you're going to be better for it. That's all. On Tuesday, as the moon stays in Aquarius, I like to just point out real quick. When the moon is in Aquarius, Aquarius energy is dope for a lot of different things. Every energy is dope, by the way. But I like to highlight a few of them in each sign for a particular reason. When the moon is in Aquarius, the dope thing about it is that the moon itself has to do with emotions, right? And we all know we can go deep in our emotions, or we can flood our lives with emotions, or we can have emotional reactions that can give us 25 to life. I'm just saying. But the bottom line is the moon in Aquarius has a way of detaching from emotions. And oftentimes it's really a good idea to do so, especially when there's way too many distractions around, when the world is damn near blowing up and they're blowing people up in it. I'm not going to get deep, but you know what I'm talking about. The bottom line is sometimes we do have to detach our emotions, how we perceive a thing, because it could literally drive a person mad. So with the moon being in Aquarius, I mean, give yourself a little big up, give yourself a moment, detach yourself from anything that's going on around you so you can change your perspective of a thing and not fall too deeply into an emotional situation and get distracted and end up not doing your work, or end up not being happy, or at the very least end up robbing yourself of some type of peace. The reason why I really say that, because the only aspect going down on Tuesday is that moon in Aquarius is trining the sun in Gemini. Come on, y'all. The moon trining the sun is always a good day, because the ego self, the sun, the core self, the sun, is in alignment. It's a trine in harmony with the moon, with the emotional responses and the depth of understanding with some things. So the ego is not blown out and the emotions are not taking over. They are actually harmonizing together in a way in which you can see yourself in other people, in a way in which you don't take things too personally, in a way in which you can stay happy, especially in an air sign vibration. It's like, that's on you, boo-boo. I'm going to detach from all of that and let you rock. And catch me on the flip side of things when you get through whatever it is you're getting through. I'll be here to help you. The sun and the moon coming together on Tuesday is a harmonious day, so smile through it and ask a lot of questions. Have some good conversation, okay? And get into the minds of people. Figure out what people are really thinking about so you can do your best not to misunderstand what they feel. Wednesday starts off with the moon being in Aquarius, and then it slips into Pisces at the end of the day at 8:33 p.m. Eastern time, right? But when it's in Aquarius, it will sextile Mars in Aries. I love when the moon sextiles Mars. I love when the moon and Mars gets together harmonious on any level. Why? Because how we feel the moon, whether it's the detachment of things and it being in Aquarius, or however the moon is reacting. When the moon is in alignment with Mars, the moon says, this is how I want to express. And Mars says, all right, let's go get it. Let's go do it. Let's execute. Let's motivate. Let's confront. Let's have sex. Because Mars is about sex. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Hey. Oh, baby. I will never, ever try to sing like Marvin Gaye. Don't you do it. The bottom line is the moon and Mars is getting together on Wednesday to say, yo, let's make whoopee, or let's make plans. Let's do the things. Let's execute. Let's imagine our emotions meeting up with our physicality and getting a thing done. Now, here's the thing. I must add a little caveat to that. Mars in Aries likes to initiate things, but sometimes it has a very difficult time following up. That's Aries, period. Whether it's in Mars, it's in the sun, it's in Venus, wherever Aries is a great initiator. Yes, let's go. However, you're going to follow through with that. So the bottom line on Wednesday, if you initiate some things, make sure you have a team in place. Make sure you have a plan in place. Make sure you have a to-do list and you have a calendar standing by so you can follow up and follow through and make your dreams come true. That's all, as corny as it may sound. On Wednesday, there's also another interesting mashup that's happening. It actually is a repeat of last week. So you should be kind of familiar with this energy. The moon is going to square Uranus and the moon is going to square Jupiter. With the moon being in Aquarius, it's going to square Uranus, but then when the moon goes into Pisces, it's going to square Jupiter in Gemini. And the thing about that is the fact that our expressions, like last week, may not meet up with the changes that need to come. Our expression, our moon, our emotions may not meet up with the abundance and the prosperity and the Jupiter skittles that need to come. Here's the thought. The thought is you may not know what you thought you knew in order to receive the blessings that you're gonna get. Oftentimes, arrogance comes into play when the moon is being chumped. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Moon in Aquarius. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. Moon in Pisces. The bottom line is there's a pushback to the blessings and the changes that want to come. Watch out for your arrogance and watch out for being a victim on Wednesday. You are nobody's victim, boo-boo. I don't care what the circumstances are. You can always change the solution. You can always change the players, okay? So watch out for that. Just a little cuidado. And speaking of victim-like, let's keep going. Because on Thursday, with that moon strong in Pisces, let me tell you something. I love Pisces energy for more than one reason, right? But Pisces moon oftentimes, because it is expressive, emotional, deals with all the feelings in the world and the reactions of its feelings, right? That moon in Pisces will quickly act like a victim because my feelings are hurt and I care for you and I just want the best for you is the collective feel on Thursday. I want the best for you. So oftentimes if people don't respond in the way that you think they should respond, in quotes, in the way that you expect them to respond, you become a victim. More particularly on Thursday, the moon will square Venus and the moon will square the sun. That's a hard deal because, again, the feeling is I care for you. I love you. I want the best for you. I'm here to service you and your feelings and whatever it is you need Thursday. But it may go against somebody's Venus, their passion. Maybe they don't need you. Maybe their passion is something totally different, but you never really stop to qualify and ask what they need. So you don't know about their passions. You're just throwing yourself out there and inserting yourself in situations thinking that you're doing your best for somebody. However, what happens sometimes if you insert yourself and don't mind your business, your feelings can get hurt because you don't necessarily know what they need. Venus. You don't know how they need to love. You don't know what their passions are. You don't know about their money. Venus. You dig what I'm saying? The sun is the core, who you are. So if the moon is squaring the sun, possibly maybe you can be a little victim-like about who somebody is, how they are shining. I'm here to help you. And then the sun person is like, yeah, okay, but I want to shine over here. This is what I need. I need to do this over here. I hope y'all understanding that. The bottom line is like, watch your feelings versus your ego on Thursday. And sometimes when you're helping a little too much, you're helping a little too much, boo-boo. Mind your business. On Friday, that moon stays in Pisces, and I love the moon in Pisces. Absolutely do, because like I said, it is a feeling sign. It is the emotional sign, and it is absolutely going to play out harmoniously on Friday, unlike Thursday. So let's check it out. That moon will sextile Uranus in Taurus. This is a big deal. So on Friday, if you stay with those compassionate feelings without being a victim, just say, oh, this is what I thought you may need. But if not, okay, boundaries, discernment. That's cool. But on Friday, it says, this is who you are. This is what I need. This is my compassionate ways. This is how I want to express myself to you. And Uranus says, oh, okay, you want change. Oh, you have changed. Oh, you want to love and express in a way that feels good to you in a peaceful kind of way? Well, here comes the change. Here comes the needed rebellion. Here comes the unique connections that you can make with people because you have mind your business, because you know that your good feelings is coming from a right place, and you just have to sit back and wait for the opportunity to take advantage of that, or for someone to take advantage of that in the best way possible. I hope that makes sense. The moon sextile in Uranus says your compassionate heart will meet change and you can be rewarded for it. The moon is also going to sextile Mercury on that day. So this compassionate feel, this moon in Pisces feel, this sensitive understanding about people and reaction about people. Also, the moon in Pisces makes us a hella intuitive and psychic. And possibly maybe with that moon sextile in Mercury, we become emotionally in tune with people and what they need, and we ask the right questions or we make the right decisions. That's all on Mercury. So use your compassion, your intuitive ways, your spidey senses, however you want to call them, in order to make the decisions, in order to make the right plans, in order to say, I don't know, I don't feel like doing this over here. I don't know why, but my decision is to go over there. And then later on you find out, oh, wow, I made the right decision without even knowing. And how about this? They knew. They, your ancestors, your guides, that's that Pisces energy. They tapped into you and said, we got to go over here, baby, in order to make things work. So pay attention to your intuition on Friday, okay? All right. Saturday is an energetic day. Oh, by the way, if you're in Los Angeles and you like to smoke cigars on Saturday, your girls will be at Drobes down on La Brea in Inglewood. It's a nice little cigar pub that my boy Ryan Taylor owns. Oh, I hope you can come down there. It's a poetry night on June 1st, so come and enjoy yourself, okay? Check it out, check it out. Drobes, that is. Saturday is an awesome day to have a poetry, intellectual mashup, energetic situation happening. Why? Because on Saturday, the moon in Aries will sextile Venus in Gemini. The moon in Aries is all about confronting things in the best way possible. It's all about instant fun, about adventure, about independence, being on your own. When the moon goes into Aries, you don't need nobody's help. You don't have to wait for anybody to go to Drobes. Just be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go listen to Sonja do a little couple of poems down in this spot. Moon in Aries says we don't have to wait for nobody. But I love that it is sextile in Venus in Gemini, because Venus in Gemini is the love of words. Venus in Gemini is the love of communication. Venus in Gemini is the passion behind conversation. And that's what we do in cigar shops. We smoke and we talk. A good game sometime, but oftentimes some deep conversations that can bring out, transformation for people. So, it's not about Drobes, but it is about wherever you are, having a really good time, meeting the minds, finding passionate understanding and exchanges between people that you know and you love, and sometimes some strangers. You never know. Also on Saturday, that moon in Aries is going to sextile the sun. Come on now. Again, the moon and the sun getting together right and nice is always a beautiful day. It's a lot of energy on Saturday, though. Good feels, a lot of laughter. So I pray that you laugh your behind off on Saturday. Get it out. Joy is what we need to combat these distractions. They're trying to feed us distractions. Honestly, I don't want to get too deep, y'all, but y'all know the distractions are happening all around you. I'm not saying that there are some things that we're not supposed to be taking an account of and being aware of. However, we can't let it suck us dry. Okay? So find some levity somewhere throughout this week. Find some joy somewhere throughout this week so we can live for another day. And that's word. Life, that is. And lastly, on Sunday, that moon is going to stay in Aries. So it's a fun, packed, moving and grooving type of weekend that's about to come down. So get ready. Get your running shoes on. And at the very least, speaking of running shoes, if you don't do too much, go out and have a nice little walk. Because with the moon being in a fire sign, it's always good to expel yourself. It's always good to sweat. Always good to get that energy off of you because fire has to burn. So burn with a brisk walk around the neighborhood with a triathlon. I'm just joking, just pulling stuff out my butt. But the bottom line is keep it moving. So you're not sitting sedentary and then have that energy that needs to burn. It can sometimes turn to anger. You dig? That moon being in Aries. We don't want it to turn to anger, so burn it off. On Sunday, speaking of, I'm so dope. That moon, I didn't even look at that. The moon being in Aries will conjunct Mars, talking about anger. So we have to move. We have to keep it going. The moon, emotions, and Mars, anger, confrontation, sex, motivation, initiation, frustration is coming together. So we have to be able to utilize any and all expressions in a physical kind of way. Dancing, moving, running, talking a good game, starting a new project. But remember what I advised earlier. With the moon and Mars both being in Aries, you want to be able to have a team behind you. So whatever projects you start Sunday or at least think about and initiate, you can follow through with it because Aries don't like to finish things. It just says, I got an idea. Let's do this. Next thing you know, it's like, I got an idea. Let's do this. And we're on idea 455. I'm just saying. Make sure you have some follow through, okay? So we can see your beautiful ideas in the world. And then lastly, Jupiter trines Pluto in Aquarius, going retrograde. Come on now, Jupiter being in Gemini, Pluto being in that Aquarius, like I just said, says, yo, all of these beautiful blessings that are coming in multiple types of way, Gemini kind of way, all these beautiful blessings that are coming in by sharing ideas, by building with people, building communities, building resources, are helping to restructure power, are helping to change your life and transform your perspective on things, are helping you to see that patriarchalisms, y'all know what that word is. Things led by men are being shifted out. We are seeing it leaving. So where's the new ideas to come and support and replace that? That's what's being asked. Because Jupiter's like, I got a whole bunch of ideas. And Gemini, I got a whole bunch of ideas. I know what we can do. I know how we can love up on people. I know how we can transform societies. I know how we can love the women and the children and communities by doing more and stop being so capitalistic, but being more inclusive. Y'all get where I'm going? I'm not trying to preach on this thing today, but I want y'all to pay attention on Sunday to that Jupiter trine and Pluto. It's saying, yo, don't get so melancholy about the transformations that are happening in society. Jupiter's coming in to saying there is a brighter day. Trust and believe. Stay in the ideas, stay away from the distractions, and know that God is in control of this. Not the humans, not the humans. All right. Before I get out of here, let's pull a card for the week. My prayer is that you have an awesome, awesome week, and that things are revealed to you in a way in which you can grow, evolve, and be better for yourself and all those around you. Let's see what card it is for today. Come on. What? I'm feeling this card. I feel it like bubbling up from my toes, y'all. Intensity. The figure in this card has taken on the shape of an arrow, moving with the single pointed focus of one who knows precisely where he's going. He is moving so fast that he has become almost pure energy. But his intensity should not be mistaken for the manic energy that makes people drive their cars at top speed to get from point A to point B. That kind of intensity belongs to the horizontal world of space and time. The intensity represented by the Knight of Fire belongs to the vertical world of the present moment. A recognition that now is the only moment there is, y'all, and here is the only space. When you act with the intensity of the Knight of Fire, it is likely to create ripples in the waters around you. Some will feel uplifted and refreshed by your presence. Others may feel threatened or annoyed. But the opinions of others matter little. Nothing can hold you back right now. Ashe. Please drop some comments down below if you feel this card. Please drop a comment or two down below if you have a story about some intense run-ins that you've had this week. I want to know about them because I feel it coming. I'm trying to tell you, move! Get out the way! With love, that is. Y'all enjoy your week, okay? Please, please, very, very please do so. Be safe out there and always stay in the light so the distractions can miss you. Much love. Take care, okay? Adios.